This segment is a little bit more hands-on involved, so just keep that in mind. You want to have this open area to work with. I like to use my mat. You don't have to have a wall behind you, but this is where I was filming other videos. So let's get into it. We're gonna come onto our hands and knees here. Spread the fingers wide. Know that if you need to bring them up on blocks, you're more than welcome to do that, or books. So I want to make sure that my shoulders are over my wrists and that my knees are under my hips or slightly in. We don't want to be doing this because then you're working your core a little bit more than you might want to. So here we are, and I'm gonna just take turns sitting my hips back towards my left heel, shifting forward, and then sitting back towards my right heel. So just moving slowly, introducing some motion into our hips, but also we're getting into plantar flexion of our feet, which means that they're pointed. And you can do this for as long as you want. I'm gonna even out sides here. And then come up onto my hands and knees. Now, this is where it gets core heavy. You can also do this on your forearms. From here, I'm just going to keep my feet pointed and lift my knees. Lower. They don't have to come up high. I want to make sure that I'm also not sticking the butt up. And just push through the hands and lift the knees. We'll do this a few times. Making sure that my ankles aren't sickling out, which means they're falling towards the outside. So I really want to try to keep them in line. One more. Good. And now I'm going to curl the toes under. And you can start to introduce that rocking motion again, moving back and forth. Can you push through all 5 of your toes on each foot? You want to try to get that pinky toe down. If not, that means we're working on our big toe flexibility. And then, in your best way, try to see if you can sit back and hold this. To make it more active, try to start to push your toes into the mat. If you're like, I'm good, I like to just hang out here, go ahead. If this is painful in the knees, don't sit back as far. Same stretch, you just customize it to yourself. Last breath. Inhale. And exhale. And then start to lift your hips, coming to kneeling. Know that if you need to put soft support system underneath the kneecaps, that's okay. And here, we're just going to take our arms to field goal pose. Take a breath in. Really make sure you're rooting this tailbone down. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. So we're starting to stretch out the fascia that attach to our hip joints and in turn affects the bottoms of our feet. Our toes are still curled under. Inhale, exhale. One more time each side. Inhale, exhale. Last one in. Exhale. Inhale, come back. This is an optional exercise. You can place the hands on the hips and start to hinge back and sit back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit back. And you're doing this with a supported core. So notice that I'm not lifting my chin and drooping my low back. So if you need to film yourself to see how this looks, go ahead. I do it all the time. Last one. And then inhale, come up. We'll step that right foot forward. Untuck the toes. Ooh, you might have to tap that foot out. It's been curled under a few times. So after stepping that left foot forward, here we are in what I call modified crescent lunge. My knee is in line with my hip, and my knee is in line with my ankle here. My toe is in line with this knee. Again, you can put something under the knee if you need to. Right hand in front, left hand behind. Tuck the tailbone down. Really turn on this glute. Because we're focusing on the feet, push into the top of this right foot and pull your left foot back towards you, creating this pulling together energy on your mat or your carpet or your floor. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Breathe, trying to create space in the front right of this hip. Last breath in. Exhale, hands come down, slide the foot back, switch sides. Step the right foot forward. Make sure everything is in alignment. Turn on this glute, press into the top of the left foot, inhale, arms lift. Last breath in. Again, you can hold these for as long as you need. Exhale, hands come down. One more time each side, step the left foot forward. This time our right toes will be curled under instead of flat. But know that if you need to make them flat, you can. Same thing to think about here. Reach those arms up. Exhale. Left toes are curled under. Right foot forward. Inhale, arms reach up. Last breath in. And exhale. Hands come down, step your back foot in. You won't see me for this one, but I want to be more concentrated on the feet. Just heel raises. So if you need to use the support of a wall, which I will do for this, make sure the feet are hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. And just start to lower and raise the heels. There's a softness to the knees. And you're still trying to reach the tailbone down. Imagine that there's two very weak magnets on the inside of your ankles, trying to pull them together so that your ankles don't fall out, because the tendency is to fall to the outer edges of our feet. Last one. Exhale, lower down. And do any movements that you need to do to carry on throughout your day.